getting on tonight. I'm just really excited to have you on here. So, we have someone else joining us. All right. Welcome, Kim. Welcome,
Yeah,
Megan.
there's no fucking way she's fitting into that.
Hi,
Fucking
Megan.
gross.
Hey.
Hello.
Thanks for hopping on here. Who are you a guest of tonight?
Is she fucking
Hell, hush. I'm Trista.
Oh, Trista. Awesome. Okay. Sounds great. Hey, Megan. I can mute you out if you want me to. Would you prefer that? Okay, yeah, she's muted out. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and get started. Ladies, thank you so much for hopping on here tonight. Okay, so just for getting on here and asking questions, you're going to get into a spinner for $50 in free Mary Kay stuff. How's that sound?
Sounds
Does
good.
that sound exciting? I know. Listen, your odds are really good because there's two of you on. And I don't play games and say, oh, we didn't have enough people. No, I said we're giving away $50 in Mary Kay, so that's what we're going to do. We just really appreciate people that get on and listen to the facts and learn more about Mary Kay and ask us great questions because I'm going to utilize this for consultant trainings. So thank you so much for hopping on here. So my name is Jana Strunk and I'm the sales director of our Mary Kay team. And what that means is that I'm not anybody's boss. I'm just here to mentor and coach other women and help them to reach their desired goals, whatever they may be. And sometimes in Mary Kay, sometimes people become a brand ambassador just to get a discount on the products. But guess what? Things are so high priced right now. Who doesn't need a good discount, right? I mean, my husband and I just went to McAllister's for lunch today before an appointment. And I'm like, did that just go up $8 or is that just me? I mean, just for the two of us, and it's the same salad and the same iced tea. And I'm like, what just happened? We're not sure. So anyway, so there are some people that start a Mary Kay gig to be a brand ambassador, some people that start it to be a brand ambassador, get your products for a discount, but also to have a little side hustle to pay for those things. Or maybe there's one bill that you would just like, you know what? If Mary Kay could pay for my electrical bill or our cell phone bill or whatever the case may be, they, do that. And then there are some people that have a vision for greater things and say, you know what, I need total flexibility. I want to be my own boss. I want to, work from home or I want to be able to travel. So any of those things are applicable. But as you're watching tonight, I want you to think of some questions that you would ask if this were something you were ever going to consider, or if let's say that you had a girlfriend that said, I just need to make some extra cash. What would you encourage your girlfriends to ask? Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and get started here in just a minute. But real quick, Kim, tell me real quickly just something fun about you. And then Megan, I'm going to have you tell us a little bit about you because I want to get to know you. Okay.
I like to do crafts and make barn quilts.
That's awesome. And you're so creative. What do you love most about what you do in your job?
My job?
Mm-hmm.
Gosh, I don't know. I guess I work with candy.
Yeah.
Just seeing things, I guess, over the years, what I've done and with the customers and I guess I don't know. That's hard. I mean, I love it.
Yeah.
But I've seen things change over because I've been there 36 years now. So.
That can't be because you only look 36. They couldn't have hired you for
Thanks.
I'm just saying. That's awesome. Well, Kim, thank you so much for sharing. And Megan, I'm going to have you unmute for a hot second and just tell us a little bit about you.
I've been a military spouse for 21 years. My husband just recently retired, so we've moved quite a bit.
Congratulations. Where do you live now?
Thank you. We live in Leavenworth, Kansas.
Okay.
So I live about 2 hours away from Trista.
Okay.
I teach 4th grade, and I have a senior this year, and I have a freshman. And so they keep me very busy.
I totally get it. I have a freshman and a sophomore in college, and they're still both at home. So, all right, great. Thank you so much for hopping on, Megan. Okay, so I'm just going to share with you, you ladies, just a little bit about my journey in Mary Kay and kind of how I got things started in my Mary Kay world. So let me just share my screen with you real quick. And okay, so I started my Mary Kay business on May 23rd, 2003. I was working in Manhattan Monuments, and I loved helping people. But one of the reasons why I accepted a job there is because I didn't really like females, to be quite honest, because I was allergic to like drama. Okay, so and there was no one else working there. I had worked with lots of women prior to that. But you know what? I found out that in Mary Kay, I would go to events and there was no drama. Nobody was looking at my shoes saying, her shoes aren't cute enough or anything like that. I thought, these people are so loving and kind. So this was my very first seminar. They were giving me an award for something, and that was my sales director in the middle. So, okay, this next one, this is the very first car that we earned. And so, you know, 1 year after I started my Mary Kay business, I had a baby, and that's Gavin. He's, of course, right here, the big one in the picture there. And so I decided that I needed a career with flexibility. And so we made a decision for me to promote into Mary Kay. That's one of my favorite things is the possibilities. You know, one of the things that this business gave me that I didn't find anywhere else was hope. Just hope to have unlimited opportunity, unlimited growth, and total flexibility, and just to achieve and dream what I wanted to achieve for myself and my family. So anyway, so 4 months after, you know, after I had made a decision to transition over, which by the way, you don't have to quit your job to become a sales director in Mary Kay, but that's what I chose to do at that point because I did have a baby at the time. And so this is the first car that we earned was the Chevy Equinox, the silver Chevy Equinox. And this was the first pink Cadillac that my team and I earned. And so we've earned 3 pink Cadillacs. And so these are just a few things. And so I'll just tell you a little bit that I love Mary Kay. One of the top things is girlfriends. I love the culture in Mary Kay. I love that it's about women lifting other women up. Some of my favorite people are on this page. And it's just that, just a really supportive culture and one where I feel like I've grown. I've grown in my faith. I've grown financially. I've grown personally. I've grown in my confidence. And by the way, we do earn lots of prizes and fun stuff too. So that's really cool. And just the opportunity to be able to take my family on vacations. And so I'll tell you here in a little bit, just a little bit about like vacations, money and things like that. But first of all, I do want to share with you that Mary Kay is a company that cares. And so Mary Kay, the woman, she was the founder here, and you'll see that under the company. And so she was a champion for women. And so we started the business. She started the business in 1963, and she knew women needed an opportunity where they could have financial success around their priorities. And she thought, you know, when she put God first, family second, and career third, everything seemed to fall into place. And so if you look at all of the accolades, the products, you know, we have hundreds of products, including skincare, color cosmetics, fragrance in our global portfolio. Look at all of the tests that are done. Over 500,000 tests, 39 products have the Good Housekeeping seal of approval, more than 1,600 global patents, and there's just so many great accolades on here. But one of my favorite things is that the Mary Kay Ash Charitable Foundation was started by Mary Kay in 1996. And that foundation has given over more than $200 million has been donated by Mary Kay and the Mary Kay Foundation to provide research and support services for cancers that affect women and to help the fight against domestic violence. So when you're shopping with your Mary Kay consultant, you are not only getting some good stuff and being able to feel feel more confident yourself in the products that you're using, but you're also supporting a local business owner and your beauty consultant, but you're also supporting a company that cares by giving back. In fact, there have been Kansas City, Manhattan crisis centers that have benefited from this, and Topeka and Hayes and Salina. In fact, the Manhattan Crisis Center was a $20,000 grant recipient. And I love it because that it also, I know that Kim, you're up in Marshall County. And so that shelter actually supports Marshall County. And so I love that. So thank you, thank you, thank you for supporting Mary Kay. Okay, so let me just tell you, usually how you start a Mary Kay business, there's a $35 startup cost. And then you do have an option to get a starter kit. And the starter kit includes $450 worth of full-size products, samples, business tools, things like that. But right now, it's only $10 in the month of March. $10, how crazy is that? And then you have that also that option for the $90 starter kit. You can do that as an upgrade later, or you can do that right away. So not $35 right now, just $10. Like you guys, you can't even get out of Starbucks for 10 bucks. I'm just saying, right?
Right.
And so, okay, so how do we make our money? Well, we make 50% off of our sales. So your customer wants this cleanser and pays you $30 for it. Then you go home and you order it, or you pull it off of your shelf. You can choose to have products on hand if you choose. But you order it for 15 basically, and you get to keep the other 15. Does that make sense?
Mhm.
So if you are using a Mary Kay, let's just say you're using the TimeWise repair set and you choose to get that for yourself, you're paying $107.50 for that rather than $215. And so you're paying half price for your products. And then when you sell the products to your clients, you're making that extra 50% profit. So I love that. And there are so many different ways. I love that you can design a plan that's perfect for you. And so let me tell you a little bit about that. And so, and then I'm going to answer the questions. I'm going to stop sharing because I want to see your pretty faces. So this is the thing. So there are different ways that people work a Mary Kay business. Does anybody have a preconceived notion like on what we do? Like I know some people think that we go like and draw like actually do people's makeup. There's some people that say, oh, they just like get dressed up in cute black coats and then they go do this Mary Kay party and they know everything and they just tell all these people about Mary Kay. Or, you know, like after COVID, some people think, oh, they just do online parties. They just do posting parties, you know, but guess what? We do anything we want.
Mhm.
That's how it works. So I've started doing some 5 and 5 appointments recently because I know a lot of my clients and my potential clients are busy. And so sometimes they're in person and I'll just let somebody try something on the back of their hand. But sometimes I just do them on Zoom or on Facebook Messenger. And then I just share products, talk about products, maybe give them a special deal. And we book future appointments and things like that. But I have to tell you that um, that's been super beneficial for my business and really for my clients recently. And so I don't want to make any earnings claims because I'd like to share this video, but let me just tell you, like if you just ask me like what my results have been in the last few weeks, I could probably tell you that if you wanted to know. It's not that I'm not going to not tell you, but yeah, if you ask me directly, I cannot lie. Okay.
Okay.
So anyway, we also make money through sharing the Mary Kay opportunity with other people. So let's just say hypothetically, Kim joins my team and Megan joined Kim's team. And so every time Megan placed an order, Kim would get a commission check, not out of Megan's pocket. Megan also gets her products for half price and sells them for full price. But Kim would get a commission check from Mary Kay Corporate's profits. And so we're not a multi-level marketing company. It's direct sales. And so if you make a decision that you're like, you know, I kind of like this, I'm kind of having fun with this, and I want to do more of it. I made a decision to promote myself to an independent sales director position to triple my income. And I did. And so what I started Mary Kay to get my products for a discount because I wanted to save money. That was my deal. Let me save money on Mary Kay. And then it turned into, well, let me just pay off that wedding that we had like 2 years ago. When at the time I was like, I still have some credit card debt. And so I thought, I'm just going to be paying down some debt. And then it turned into, I'm paying for a mortgage. I'm helping pay for college. I've got a Mary Kay car. And by the way, that's another avenue of income. A Mary Kay car. And so when you have a car, they pay for your car, your tags, taxes, title fees, up to 85% of your insurance. So that's a fun perk. So anyway, lots of options in Mary Kay. And so, but they're all fun. Okay, so ladies, it's time to ask questions. What questions would you want to know? And anything goes. And all of them are totally helpful for the independent beauty consultants that are going to be watching this. So tell me what you want to know about the business.
As far as for you, how often, like how many nights a week or a month do you meet with people or have parties or?
So I will tell you that I usually on Monday nights we have like a kind of a unit meeting, but it's virtual. And so I usually spend about a half hour on that. And so sometimes I have to get cute for 15 minutes in advance. But I usually don't do a lot of nights. And so because I do this full time.
Yeah.
You can do night stuff. You can do weekend stuff. I don't mind doing Saturday parties. I do like to do some Saturday events, but as a general rule, I don't do a lot at nights. Like tomorrow night, I have something at 4:30, but it'll last an hour, and that's about it. So I like that you can kind of pick and choose. And so, like the last few weeks, I've been doing like I did a 1 or 2 parties, and then I also did. But I did like 17, where's my, oh, here we go. I did 17 5-minute appointments. And so that was like the 5 and 5 appointments. And so it was good because some of those were a little bit longer because we got chatty, but some of them were just like 10 minutes, like for me to share the 5 products and then share the specials and then get off the phone. And so, but that was it was great because the earnings was really the same. So I figured if I spent 8.5 hours doing all of those appointments, and by the way, that was in probably a 2-week period. So 4 hours, maybe 4 hours and 15 minutes one week, 4 hours and 15 minutes the next week. And the profit from it was really good. Probably it was over $1,000 profit.
Oh my goodness.
Right. So the options are, and think about it, is when people are purchasing products from you and you're making that 50% profit, then you're taking great care of them and the products are washing down the drain and they're reordering from you. By the way, Kim, how are you feeling about that microdermabrasion?
I like it. Well, I really like the feel of the toner
Yeah.
afterwards. That feels amazing. So
Isn't that so good?
Yes.
Love that.
It hasn't affected my skin because I've wondered, by doing it, if it was going to cause me to turn red or, burn afterward. Because I've had something before where it did that. So
Right.
It feels good.
Good. Fantastic. I love that. What other questions can you think of? Or Megan, do you want to hop on? I'll see when she unmutes. Oh, there we go.
I don't really have any questions. I mean, Trista's asked me, to do it before, and just time-wise, it's not convenient for me. I mean, because I think we'd cross over some of the same people. So it's not for me. I'm not a direct salesperson. So.
Okay, that sounds good. But just for kicks, for other consultant training, if you had a girlfriend that you think, oh, she'd be so good at doing what Trista does, what would you want to know? What would you tell her to ask?
Just like how she would make the money with like the profits and stuff like that, just so she would understand all that. So she would know like how much, I guess, money she would make if she does it part-time or as compared to her doing it like a full-time.
Okay, that sounds good. Well, you can do it as much or as little as you choose. So it just kind of depends. But I will tell you that you know, if you do choose to move up the career path, you can, you decide how much money that you want to make. I know, I mean, I could technically show you my income advisory statements. And let me just tell you from what I was working 8 to 5, um, I made about $30,000 a year in that job. And I have more than tripled that for decades. And so there are a lot of opportunities and a lot of choices. And, you know, I also heard Megan say, you know what, I don't have time. But guess what? None of us do. And so, what I love about this business is that when we were at this conference learning about, you know, somebody else was training about these 5-minute appointments. And, you know, there's a lot of women that, oh my gosh, I got 5 minutes at lunchtime, or I've got, you know, I can get on a Zoom with someone for 10 minutes. And so, but one of the things I think that is the most important to think about is that if you're a busy woman, you're seeing more people than other people are seeing people. Like, I am going to the school for parent teacher conferences. I just ran into a teacher and her assistant. And so when you're busy, you are seeing more people, but guess what? More people are seeing your skin. And so it's natural to some people, if you are using a product that you absolutely love and people ask you questions about it, or they say, oh my gosh, your skin, or you smell good. And you're like, thank you, it's a new cologne. And you know, this is what it is. And so if you're the person that says, oh yeah, this is what this is, I feel like I'm not in sales. I feel like I'm a skincare specialist that helps people. And so if you're a helper by nature, this might be for you. If you're a salesperson by nature, this probably isn't for you, because uh, people will run away from you, and they should, because you might be crazy if you're just like, I'm just dying to sell somebody something. Um, but it's finding those, you know, being a solutions oriented person that has a genuine desire to help people's skin. So anyway, okay. Kim, what other questions do you have?
Oh, I had something in my head and then I forgot it.
How about we do this? How about I give y'all a, I'll give you a spin per question you ask.
I think I was just wondering, like, I mean, okay, I guess it's not for the sales, but how many people do you have under you? And then, I mean, is that,
Yeah, that's a great question.
and you know, or how long did it take you to get
So
so
at
far,
this
you know,
point,
as many?
um, okay, let me just tell you this. The first year that I started Mary Kay, I wasn't sharing the Mary Kay opportunity. And the reason why I wasn't sharing the Mary Kay opportunity is because I'm like, well, I don't want to recruit somebody so I can move up. But honestly, that was so selfish, because then somebody was asking me, it was one of my sales directors' husband says, how's your Mary Kay business going? And I said, I'm loving it. He said, why? And I said, because I'm just having fun. I just have fun. It doesn't feel like work to me. I'm making money, and I feel like everyone is so caring. I feel like I'm growing personally. I'm growing in my faith, and I'm just having a great time. And he said, are you sharing this with other people? Are you building your team? And I said, no. And he said, why not? And I said, I guess I'm selfish. I've never thought about it like that. I really have never thought about it. And so I feel like when I'm sharing this opportunity now, I feel like I'm giving away a gift that is an unlimited box. It's a present that you can unwrap, and you can get an unlimited amount of goodie out of it. And so I tell you all of that because the first whole year in Mary Kay, I didn't, well, not the first whole year, but like the first, maybe, maybe the first whole year I didn't have a team member. I'd have to look back, because I didn't really share the Mary Kay opportunity. But then after that, I was more intentional. And so at skincare classes, So you can usually recruit somebody, one new person Mary Kay said there's at least one new beauty consultant at every skincare class. And so then I just started. So if you're doing 2 skincare classes a week, then, you're going to be growing your team quicker. And so, and people come and people go. There are some people that come for a season and stay, and some people that move on. And so right now we have about 200 people in our organization. And so, and how that works is I coach everyone. So anyone that comes, like, let's say hypothetically, Kim, you started your Mary Kay business and you're just tinkering with it, having fun with it. And then you got a team, somebody that joins your team. I also coach her. So that way you don't have to worry about that. You don't have to know everything about how the business works. And so there's coaching along the way and how the business works. There's, places for people to plug in, go to events. But then if you desire, you're like, I'm really digging this and I want more. And so that's when our relationship turns into not just a coaching relationship, but a mentoring relationship. And so I have mentored women to earn cars, become independent sales directors, earn a full-time income. And so, you can kind of do whatever you choose. So that was a great question. All right. Any other questions? How about 1 or 2 more?
What about like, from small town? And is there a point like, in the town that you're in that is there too many doing it? Like,
I love
but
that.
obviously, I mean, I don't even know who all does it
Right.
in my town. So,
Well, I love that you asked that question. How many times in the last 10 years has anyone offered you a complimentary pampering session with Mary Kay?
once you,
Voila! I rest my case because there are, and I will tell you that there are about 10% of the people that are probably using Mary Kay. 90% are using something else. And so there's room for growth. And the great thing about living in a smaller town is that y'all have to go a long ways to get a great quality product unless it's getting ordered in.
Mhm.
And so I love that option. And so, yeah, I think that there's lots of opportunity. Great question. All right, ladies, I want to honor your time. One more question. Anyone? One more question?
I do have one though.
Yes, go right ahead.
Okay, so it costs $10 right now in this month.
Mhm.
What are your requirements then? Like, is there a monthly requirement or quarterly, or what do you have to do if you are doing this?
That's a great question. Okay, so when you start up, it's $10. When you go to place your initial order, you have to order at least $4.50 retail in order to get your discount. And so when that order is $4.50, you're only paying $2.25. Okay?
Mhm.
And so you want to make sure that your order gets that. Okay, so then once you're active, that means you're active because you've gone over that threshold. You have your discount for 3 months. The month that you ordered in, no matter if it's the last day of the month or the first day of the month, and then 2 more months. So it would be March. If you ordered in March, it would be March, April, May. And so before the end of May, you're going to get a text message from my office that says, hey, it's Janice's office. I just wanted to let you know you still have your discount. So if you need a couple of things, this might be the month to order. But if you don't, just know that next time you do go to place an order, it will have to be $4.50 retail at least, or $2.20, $2.25 wholesale. And so I kind of keep you updated. Now I love full transparency. Nothing's going to happen if you don't place an order, just right after 3 months. You'll just be in inactive status, which means that if you have team members, you won't earn commissions from your team members, and nobody would be able to order directly from your website and things like that. Okay.
Okay.
So, but you're punished. And if you don't order for 1 year, then you lose your consultant ID number. So, or if you don't order for 6 months, you lose team members. So you never want that to happen.
Mhm.
So, but anyway, that's just kind of a little brief description. Does that help, Kim?
Yeah. So does your order, like if you have people under you or not under you, but if you have people that want to order, that goes towards your numbers that you need to meet?
That's correct. So if somebody orders and it's within that calendar month. So let's just say hypothetically, you placed an order in March and in the month of May, someone ordered on your website and it was $75 wholesale, then that goes towards what you need to meet.
Okay.
So then usually, you'll get a message from my office at some point in the month says, hey, you've already placed an order. You only have this much to go to hit your active status again. So
Okay.
even though you're still active, but to go back to A1 first month.
Okay.
Okay. Right.
Yeah.
And Kim, if you want to stay after for any other questions, but I'm going to just ask you ladies real quick. Are you A, B, or C, or D? Okay. So, and I've got my spinner right here. Okay. So A is absolutely send me the agreement for $10. I can't go wrong. B is, buy me a Coke. I need to hear more about this. I'm really intrigued. C is call me a customer for life. I don't like, I don't like discounts and I don't like nice girls and I don't like making extra money. And D is I'll do you a favor. I'll book a party and I will support I'll support my beauty consultant by booking a party. So where do y'all think you're at?
I'm at D. I'll book a party to support her, but
You're so sweet, Megan. Thank you so much for supporting Trista. That is awesome. So thank you for that. And thanks for getting on tonight. Okay, Kim, how about you?
I mean, D, I would probably definitely do. Because I'm just not sure if I'm like in it, if I can. I'm not really a seller, I don't
Right.
think. I don't know. But buying the stuff, yes. So I don't know. D.
Okay.
What does that fall under?
I think it I
Buying
think it
product
sounds
and helping you out.
so yeah. Well, we will definitely talk more about it. How does that sound? Stick around for just a couple of minutes and I'm gonna go ahead and spin the wheel. Here's the spinner. And you got Kim. You're the winner, Kim. Congratulations. $50 in free Mary Kay products. So you can't go wrong. So that's awesome. Thank you for all of the wonderful questions, you guys. Thank you for hopping on tonight. Megan, thank you so much for your time. I'm going to have a gift for you that I'm going to send you in the mail. So I'll either get it to Trista or have her get it to you. Does that sound good?
yes, thank you.
You are so welcome. Thank you, ladies, for getting on. I'm going to go ahead and stop the recording.